What's up, guys? Charles from Team COG. Going to come at you guys here today with a test hand video. Normally I do like these on live streams and stuff like that just to kind of get like the one-on-one. However, you know, just life lately and just been quite busy. So today you're just going to get these things. This is going to be a test hand before we get Paralytic Seed because I know Europe's already got it and we might not get it till June from what I saw. So I'm going to do my best to try and get a hold of a pair of them. I have a good friend Chainlink out of Europe. He's going to send me a bunch of cards that are from Europe. So I'm going to try to get him to send me some Paralytic Seed and maybe some of that new Scripton card, because cards such as Foreman Skipper and stuff like that is, they're now one card combos, which I don't know 100% if I'm going to play those or not. I know Paralytic Seed is going in. It just depends if I'm going to play Foreman Skipper. That's if you guys have not check out my community post already. I'm pretty much talking about it, about what like Foreman Skipper does and how it's really good. And yeah, so I thought we'd just do like 3 or so test hands. So like I've resorted back to my pretty much rank 4 turbo build because like that's essentially like that's the variant that I like to play, and like with Paralytic Seed coming out, the deck's going to change regardless, so instead of just like moving everything over, I just thought I would play that. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into the test hand video. Of course, guys, we'll do a test hand going, like 2 test hands going first, then we'll go ahead and do a test hand going second, and yeah. Alright guys, here we go. Let's go ahead and shuffle into it. Sorry for that cut there, I had a phone call. Let's just go ahead and shuffle up here. As is tradition, Crawler will be in my hand, so just expect that, but let's just go ahead and shuffle into it. I noticed a lot of people, like, I didn't realize how many fans there were of the Guard Dragon variant still out there, and we're going to be playing with the Red MD errata because almost everything has it errated except for us, and I assume that we'll probably get it errated before it's all said and done, so we'll go ahead and give a cut and go ahead and draw our first 5, which will be Leonis, Gigabyte, Monster Reborn, Maximus, and Inari Fire. So this is extremely good because so let's just go ahead and jump into it. We'll go ahead and normal summon the Leonis because he's the like least important. This is actually what I would plan on cutting for Foreman Skipper, like not cut all of them, but cut them down to like 1 or 2 to maybe try and fit in 3 Foreman Skipper. But with Hydra, I guess, because Foreman Skipper is just pretty good if you ask me. We'll go ahead and put Magius there, and then of course because we control a spellcaster, we can special summon Inari Fire and special summon Gigabyte, giving us access to Dugaris. We'll go ahead and activate Magius' effect, which will give us Draco. And if you guys want these sleeves, remember check down the description below, please. They're from Imperium Duelist, and they are very awesome, very high quality sleeves. They're my favorite sleeves. I use them for everything. All right, guys. Sorry about that again. Another cut. So we're going to go ahead and add Draco here. We're then going to use Dugaris, detach here, to draw 2 cards, and potentially discard a card. I say we discard the Draco. There we go. We'll go ahead and discard the Draco. Keep Called by the Grave. Protect the LP at all costs. Go ahead and link here into, into Spatha. We then special here, use the effect. There we go, to get herself back. Leonis. Then link here into LP. Spatha's effect to move. LP's effect to summon out. So right now, where Red Darkness Metal is under the errata, which means he is a hard once per turn. So we'll go ahead and go here. Red MD's effect, special at Draco. Then we'll just go ahead and go here for Skuldred. Skuldred's effect will let us draw 1, 2, 3, 4. And like here, guys, as you guys are going to witness, we did not get to Waterfront, which is one of the deck's big weakness with the upcoming errata with Red Eyes Darkness Metal. So with that being said, we can put back 3 cards. And I believe this is the 3 that we want. And depending on the current meta, I still believe like we'll be able to make Dragster. Dragster will be really strong because, not Dragster, the one guy, Dweller, because of Eldritch and the Emancipators. Stopping the block dragon, I believe, is really important from resolving throughout their combo. So like having access to that while at the same time getting the negate off Equal Max is very important. So I think here we're just going to go ahead and special summon here. Link here into Regulex. Go ahead and special the Leonis, triggering Regulex to get ourselves the Crawler. Right there he was at the top of the deck. So that's one of the big things, big flaws that the deck will get when Red MD is errata, is we won't be able to make 2 Skull Dreads. So we'll have to solely rely on the first Skull Dread or the Dugaris in order to get to Waterfront. So then we'll special here, and then just because we are making Dweller, excuse me guys, we'll go and activate Monster Reborn, and we'll target Gigabyte. Special summon Gigabyte. We'll then overlay here for Dweller. And now Dweller will be 2,000, I believe. And then we have 2 set cards to set, and then to your opponent's turn, you flip this. It goes here, and then we'll be able to grab ourselves World Legacy Succession. And of course, then in the standby phase, you're also going to activate Dweller as well. Pitching, of course, the Maximus here. So he's in graveyard, so the following turn you can just Succession him back and then punch. So right here we have 1, 2, technically 3 forms of interruption if you count the Call by the Grave. Given the Call by the Grave is going to kind of be like because of the ability of Dweller shutting everything off in the grave. However, maybe sometimes just hard removing the Block Dragon, because I do believe his summoning condition is the Banish 3, so like I think that plays around Dweller. So yeah, so not totally awful, but not entirely the best. This also shuts off the Eldritch cards, which is very important. And since those decks are seeing a lot of popular play, I do believe we got to be ready for those in the upcoming future, since we are kind of losing a little bit of power with the errata of Red MD. We are gaining like, it's definitely interesting on what's going to happen moving forward once the format opens up and we can finally like go back and play in competitive play. But anyway, let's go ahead and shuffle up here and get into a new hand. Let's go ahead and see your next hand. Maximus, Draco, the White Dragon, Crown, and Gigabyte. So this is where this guy is awful in seeing, but you know, I guess. But he actually, by opening the Crown, we have him live first turn, which is very interesting, if I may say the least. So let's go ahead and normal summon Maximus. Go ahead and put this over here where you guys can see it. We'll go ahead and link off the Maximus here, and then we'll special summon World Legacy World Crown. That will trigger the Magius to grab us Arborea. And notice, even if they do have Ash, we already have the Draco, but we also already have the White Dragon. So this is going to make White Dragon live right away. But however, this doesn't come up too often. However, this is one of my reasons for playing the Crown, because when you open the Crown and with this brick, it makes this grip live. So it's one of my justifications. Also, just because Crown is a phenomenal card, if you ask me. However, in the upcoming list, I might end up cutting him because of just space and everything. Go into Spatha. Then, of course, we will special here. Oop, we already have a huge misplay, actually. Back up. Go ahead and smack down the Gigabyte, because this is the only ability like the only time that we can. And then we'll special summon the Draco, and then use this to add back the Maximus. Now, arguably, in the new upcoming set, you'll be able to overlay here for Trap Trick Rafflesia, and then it shuts off Nibryu, so you can't be Nibryu. However, you know, if once this play gets known, they'll see it coming. But that's just an option you can have, because technically I believe like Dracos are 5th summon, so hindsight, once you put, you know, it all depends on what moves forward. But the reason we're doing this here is in case they Ash or do something to the LP, we have the ability to play through. And even now, we'll use Spatha's effect. If they were to potentially rock us, we do have the extenders right here to be able to play through a rock. I mean, we'll still probably end on like an Equal Max and a Dragster, but that's better than just ending on the token. So we'll go ahead and use LP's effect to summon out Red Eyes Darkness Metal. There he is. And now we're going to use Red Eyes Darkness Metal to bring back the Draco. And you'll notice something here is we're still going to do this route because this is some next level plays, because if you were to keep the Gigabyte on field and you weren't, say, to have any Crusadias in your hand, you couldn't make a Regulex to even climb up to equal max. So I've learned that through testing and through play testing online, that you just keep the Draco in that case that you need to link climb up. But then we'll use Skuldred's effect to draw 1, draw 2, draw 3, and draw 4. And right here, phenomenally, we're not going to see Waterfront again, which is very interesting. I do believe we'll put back these 3 right here, which this is exactly what I was talking about here. You guys will see, but we'll go ahead and link here into Regulex. We will then special the Wyvern Buster here by banishing the Crown. Or actually, you might want to keep Crown because Crown is at least, you know, something. We'll go ahead and banish the LP. Banish the LP, summon this trigger Regulex here. Regulex will grab us. It would be nice if it could grab us infinite permanents, but it grabs us something similar in the sense of Crawler. Shouldn't really shuffle because we're just going to go into link off here into equal max. Triggering the white dragon will get us the black dragon. And this is where we're going to end on pretty much the best board that this deck can do. And that's where we'll go ahead and special Collapse Servant by banishing the Wyvern Buster. And then we shall special some Maximus here. Overlay here for the Dweller. Ooh. We did do miss up here. Wasn't paying attention. So actually hold the Maximus and don't do that yet. Special summon here. Oh no, shoot. You gotta move the, yeah, wow. Just make sure you don't put the Collapse Serpent there. There we go, fix their error. Special here. And then we can Synchro here. Into Dragster. Succession back the Maximus. And then overlay here for Dugaris and be greedy. No, I'm just kidding. Go into Abyss Dweller. So with a set Crawler. So here's another one of our good going boards. We just have the ability here to we just have the ability here to, like, we don't have Turtle, but we still have a turtle, like 3 forms of interruption, which is not too bad considering most decks always end on just forms of 3 interruptions. So again, we'll go ahead and shuffle off into our final test hand here of us going second. And this will be the hand that we see Waterfront. So I do promise you guys I am playing Waterfront, however, it just decided not to show up, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and play a hand going second. Alright guys, here we go. We're going to go ahead and cut it up here. And we are going second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Told you we'd see it. 6. So we're going to go ahead and perm. Drop the perm down because that would definitely be something we would use. In this case now, I do believe we'll activate Waterfront because of course we'll see it in this hand, but not in any other hand. Just the way she goes and the way it occurs to the camera. But right now we're going to go ahead and normal out Reclusia. We do have Call by the Grave to protect from Ash Blossoms and stuff like that. We'll go ahead and make Magius. Special the Draco. No, never mind. Don't special the Draco. Don't listen to me. Special Gigabyte. Use Magius' effect to grab us the Arborea, I believe, because we want to have the ability to protect our equal max. So right now we've already impermed. Hopefully that was enough to stop them. If that wasn't enough to stop them, assuming that they have like a hand trap or something like that, we're able to perm like the Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf from resetting the spell or trap. So now they just have hand traps, which of course was their Ash Blossom that they always have. We're pretty set and pretty well here. We'll go ahead and link here up into our Spatha. That'll raise us up to 3. We'll go ahead and add ourselves Gamecill here, because the sooner we touch down Gamecill, the better off we are, both in aggressive pushes for going second and solidifying the turn and winning the game. Since we weren't able to side deck, because you know this is just an ideal setting, this right here would probably be another kaiju, or could potentially be like the Slumber. So do keep that in mind. We'll special here, use this effect to add back Reclusia, which Reclusia is great for going second because we can potentially special summon the Reclusia and then pop cards. Spatha's effect, move over. Attempt to use LP, they try to Ash us, we'll hit them with a call by because we gotta stay safe. Keep it realistic, they're always gonna Ash the LP. So then we'll shuffle up here, and then we'll cut. And then we'll use Red MD's effect. Red MD will bring back ourselves our Draco. Hard once per turn, Red MD. Not too pleasant. This will be maxed out at 5. We'll go ahead and get ourselves to our Skulldred. Skulldred will let us draw 4 and put back 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. I do believe we'll keep the Wyvern Buster and put these 3 back. In this order, it doesn't really matter. We'll then go ahead and activate Skulldred's effect to get ourselves out Gamma Seal. And then we'll special summon the Reclusia. Right here if we really needed to, because we have the White Dragon, we could use this to disrupt another card. Because we could just pop it and pop another card. And then we could special Arborea, link into Regulax. Regulax could get us into link into Regulax, then this guy could summon trigger into Regulax, get, you know. But for the sake of the video, we're trying to do the best that we can. So we're gonna go ahead and go into Regulax here. Special here by banishing right here. Triggering the Regulax. Into the Crawler. Link here.
Into Equalmax.
The man, the myth, the legend himself. Then we will get a search for the Black Dragon off of the White Dragon, which of course we will grab right there. Shuffle it up. We will then special summon here by banishing here. Special here. Link, or excuse me, yeah, Synchro into Crusadia Dragster. And then enter the battle phase. We're able to push for this. You could potentially leave this and swing for 42 and 21. Or you could poke here. But pretty much what this is doing, once you're attacking with Equalmax, you're going to be able to break your opponent's board. Essentially, especially if you were able to use Reclusia, you were just going to be able to pip apart the board. So now, like, you're during your opponent's turn, you just have, like, where to go? Wait a second. There we go. You're just going to have, like, a form of, like, during your opponent's turn, special summon this. And then I do believe Maximus did not touch in the grave, I believe. But Maximus did not, which is fine, because we'll be able to grab Succession, which in Succession can bring back the Reclusia, and you can use the Reclusia to target and destroy other cards. So, yeah. So going second, we're swinging in for 4,200 damage, along with having the ability to just put this in attack, really, because you're trying to get for a lot of damage. So 42 plus 21 is 60-something, you know, if they paid, like, yeah, so you'll do that, and then like you have this, then during your opponent's turn you have 1, 2, like almost unlimited negates, with the ability to, once you activate Equalmax, to follow up with a Succession to pretty much bring back the Reclusia to just target it and destroy it, but you can save itself with the Arborea to swing in for more damage. But yeah guys, so that is it for this test time video. I do apologize that it's really short. Hopefully once all this kind of craziness goes down and my work schedule kind of slows down a little bit. As you guys know, I am a traveling nurse, so I'm right here in the front lines with this pandemic. So hopefully once this calms down and I get time, I'll be able to make more videos and do like another live stream where I sit down and do test hands. But as of now, I'm going to try and get a hold of the Parallel Exceed, because I really want to test the Parallel Exceed. I really like that card, and I just want to go ahead and have it so I can get you guys a new profile. And the same with Form and Skipper. I want to be able to test the Form and Skipper as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is Charles from Team COG, signing out.